You want a healthier lifestyle, but how do you get started? Then stick with it. By listening to the Fitness Revolution podcast with Shay Sandifer, of course. Your journey to greater well-being starts now.
Well, hello. How is everyone? It's a new week. It's a holiday week. We are entering to the full throttle of holidays. Are y'all ready, right? You got your Coach Shay here with Fitness Revolution. How is everyone? So, lots is going on, right? I think I talked about last week. We were discussing, or week before. I got a big fitness event tomorrow for the holidays, doing a little tribute. Tamigos represent, got the DJ coming, got some teenagers coming, some other people from some schools and everything. So it's going to be a great event at Modern Well. I'm super excited, from 6 to 8 p.m. on the 22nd. So I'm really excited for that. And so I was going to talk about what to do for fitness over the holidays, but we're going to wait for that because I want to be transparent and always understand where I'm at and why it's so important to always be, evolving and what this revolution means. So, I had a little scare this past Friday on the airplane. So I'm going to tell you guys a little story. This is how it goes. I was on the airplane. We were descending the last 10 minutes. And all of a sudden I was looking at my phone and everything became blurry, like immediately blurry. I don't wear contacts. I don't wear glasses, never have. And I could not see. And I get an immediate frontal pain and pressure that made the right eye completely lock up like this. And it felt like razor blades were cutting me inside. And the whole left side of my arm went numb. So immediately I knew something detrimental was happening. So I reached up with my right arm, pressed for the flight attendant, and she came over and noticed that everything wasn't right. Long story short, there was a nurse behind, just happened to be there, God's blessing. And they helped me get through a long, about 8-9 minutes of this attack. And what it was a transient ischemic attack, TIA, also known as a mini stroke. So there's all types of questions, right? We've got the wellness guru who promotes how to stay fit, to get mental help if you're needing it, and to eat and sleep well, right? So what happened? As I ended up going to the ER, and they really don't know, but they narrowed it down to one thing, or two things, I should say. And the two things came down to stress and maybe some lack of sleep. So as you guys know, I'm very busy. I'm always involved in projects and running my business and being a mother and all of those things. But sometimes your body, even in the best condition, I don't have heart disease. I don't have high blood pressure. I don't have high cholesterol. I don't have diabetes. I'm not pre-diabetic. I'm not obese. I work out 4 to 5 times a week. I drink a gallon of water a day. I eat 4 or 5 meals a day. What is happening, right? So in the best of shape, one of the best shape, I'm not saying I'm the most fit, but I'm in very good shape for 45 years old, that this can happen. And so I want to give you guys some things to look out for, right? That if you see this happening, because this could happen to any of us, right? So weakness or numbness of your side, one side. So I had it on the left side. Dimming or loss of vision. That's what kind of happened. It was very hard for me to see. Difficulty speaking. The difficulty speaking for me was the pain of the head. And then I was confused because I was confused what in the world was going on right at that time. And so to understand what a mini stroke is, it's a result of disruption of blood flow to the central nervous system. So it's just temporary, right? Blood flow to the brain kind of halts, right? So you got to think of, at that time we're descending. Obviously, there was already something that was starting to trigger, and then those two just did not go together well. And I'm not trying to scare anyone. I just want to inform you of these things if this happens to you, or if someone's sitting next to you, right? It's called like a silent stroke, they call it, because it's so minimal, like it happens so quick, right? And it's less than a few minutes long. And so um, it was very scary, right? Like I made sure I told him I was not about to die on this plane because I had to get home to two kids. And I said that also as a Black woman that went to a hospital, that I need to walk out of here. And that was very, very important to me. And I said that about three times. And the doctor was amazing. And she said, "You're going to walk out of here," because as we hear these stories that Black women don't walk out, right? They go in there for something like that. And the next thing you know, they're trying to do A, B, C, and D. So, I don't smoke. They said, they wanted to know all these things. And I said, I own a health and wellness company. So immediately they're like, oh, I said, so I don't smoke. I don't do drugs. I drink very moderately. I work out, eat a pretty healthy diet. I don't even cook with salt. And so you just want to understand that at any point, our health is our wealth. Our health is our wealth. I want you to say that with me. Our health is our wealth. Without our health, we have nothing. I have done a whole business on how to be healthy from my view, right? Of how to heal from the inside out, how to maintain a healthy diet and a healthy weight. So even through my journey, here I sit and have had this, right? And it's still like I'm still not out of the clear, right? Yes, I'm home, I'm resting on my couch. I've had tons of family and friends pray for me, send me food, offer me things, and there's not really much to do, right? I don't have any restrictions. I actually went and worked out today with my trainer because I had been sitting in the house and for about 2 days, and that's a lot for me. And I have to move. Obviously, movement is the key. That's what prevents a lot of the things. But these risk factors, sometimes it just can't be stopped. And stress, as we've talked about in the past, is a deadly killer, right? So I know that about myself, that I am a stressor, right? That's probably my downfall. That's my kryptonite, that I am a stressor, right? I worry about things sometimes that are out of my control. And that is something that I'm really going to hone in on and make an initiative, not just for myself, but for others to understand that we cannot control things out of our control. And if we try to, and that builds up, then health scare like I did. And I need to live another 50 years. So I say this to you, that if you are stressing about things, if you are worried about the inevitable, and definitely don't worry about the past, we want to move forward in a healthy way, because you too could have a scare, and I don't want that to happen. And I want you to understand that there is, prevention of strokes, after a high risk, because you're then at a risk of having another one. In a short time. I think it's like 60 or 70% long term, and long term is like 13%. So, I've really done my research. I'm going to keep doing my research. And now we're probably going to have add a stroke prep program into the new MPLS, right? And understanding that, because they were worried, you have to make sure there's no blood clots, right? That there was no bleeding of the brain after, because of that intense, they said a headache, but it didn't feel like a headache, y'all. It felt like my head was going to explode. And I still have a slight headache, right? I still have just a little bit of a slight headache. And I know aspirin is a key thing to help you during afterwards, like taking a couple of aspirin. That's usually the only treatment for it, right? I didn't have a full blown stroke. They didn't see any permanent damage, which is a blessing. But those are things to look for. So control your stress as much as you can, right? There is good and bad stress, but control the things that we can control. That's the message of the day. And what we can control is what we put in our bodies, the energy that we receive from others. We shouldn't take in other people's energy, right? We have to protect our own energy and make sure we're sleeping, make sure we're drinking water, and make sure we're moving our bodies. So I hope me being transparent and you understanding what I've been through over the last few days helps you in your journey, and helps you understand that we will have stress, but we can control it, and we can help prevent a lot of health issues. So if those are watching, I hope you can come out tomorrow. If not, I'll have some more events coming up. We have some awesome things coming up in the next few weeks, the end of the year. I will be taking it easy, but as always, inhale the positive, exhale the negative, and I will see you soon. This is your wellness guru, Shay.
Check back next week for more on living your healthier lifestyle and share previous episodes of Shay's podcast with your friends. Log on to ShalettaMakesMeLaugh.com.
You deserve more internet than what you get from just your cell phone. Get free high-speed internet at home, a $29.95 value when you qualify for Internet Essentials Plus and the Affordable Connectivity Program. Enjoy more streaming, gaming, and video chatting on more devices for free. With unlimited data and a wireless gateway included at no extra cost. No fees, no taxes, and no annual contract. Connect to more of what you love for free with Xfinity and the Affordable Connectivity Program. Click, call, or visit a store to learn more.
There's a new way to get around in North Minneapolis. It's Metro Transit Micro, a new ride-sharing service that connects you with Metro Transit bus routes or wherever you need to go on the north side. It's convenient, affordable, and accessible. Metro Transit Micro uses minibuses to reach more neighborhoods, and you'll have shorter wait times. It costs just the same as bus routes, and it's easy to use. You can pay your fare in cash, a go-to card, or the Metro Transit app. Just go to metrotransit.org/micro. Download the app and create your account. It's really simple. So whether you're going to a friend's house in Bryn Mawr to watch the Vikings game, or you need to get dropped off at the Metro C Line station to hop on a bus to get to work across town, Metro Transit Micro got you covered. Book a ride, get picked up, and get where you need to go. Start riding today on one of the new Metro Transit Micro minibuses.
It's back to school time, and that means it's back to cooking breakfast for your kiddos and making school lunches. That's a lot of cracked eggshells and cut-off sandwich crust. Now listen, before you think about throwing those food scraps away, think about recycling them. Ramsey County has a program that can help you do just that, and it won't cost you a dime. Ramsey County has a free food scraps recycling program that lets you collect stuff like apple cores, coffee grounds, and veggie scraps. Here's how it works. Put all those scraps into a compostable bag. Then once a week, drop it off at a free food scrap site by your house. And listen, I understand that life is busy, so if you can't get there once a week, just toss the bag in the freezer until you can find the time to do it. To locate a food scrap collection site near you and to get more information about the program, visit ramseyrecycles.com/food scraps and tell your friends and family about it. Let's all do our part to help save the planet.
All right, did you know I was the Mommy Slam Dunk Champion?
Really?
Yes, really don't sound so surprised.
Let's see it.
Oh, you're ready. All right, here we go. Let's hear the crowd. So go to right, I go to left, fake 'em out. Mama, go up, mama!
She did it.
Again?
You can't avoid gravity, but United Healthcare can help you avoid financial surprises by helping you compare costs and doctor quality ratings. United Healthcare.